Madam, okay, shall I? I think you are unmuted.
Sir, you can continue.
Okay, madam, thank you. So there is a kind of disturbance in between. Right. So there are different factors. So far, we have been seeing the types of communication and the ways of communication, but there are also some barriers of communication also there. So if we overcome them, we are able to become good communicators in the process of communication. Sometimes environment does not support, like just now happened, and sometimes we are with some preconceived notions, means we will live with some certain fixed ideas and we are not ready to change. In that situation also communication is not possible. And sometimes there are some physical problems. So physical problems, till they are addressed, we are not able to communicate. And the speed of thought, when there is a gap between the sender and the receiver, if there is no coordination and there is no coordination in the speed of thought also, the communication is affected. So we have to try to address these things to continue a good communication, to carry on an effective communication. And next, language and personal interest and some these things also affect the process of communication. And there are some hurdles. Hurdles means obstacles to be overcome to carry a good communication. Sometimes the sender's message sent by the senders, the source message is rejected. It is disliked. It is not accepted. And the receiver is not in a position to accept that message. In these situations, in these conditions also, communication may not take place. So we have to address these things to continue the communication. Ma'am, if you go for further 2 slides, we can see what is the role of a misunderstood and misinterpret situations. Please go further 2 more slides. I think there is a cartoon, madam. Please move on further. Next one, next slide. Next slide. Ayesha, madam, next slide. Right, before, earlier one. Earlier slide, ma'am. Earlier one, you are going further. You are going further. Please go back. Please move back. Yes, 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 that one. I think the cursor is moving too quick. Next one, madam, next slide. Next one. Ayesha, madam, next one. Next one. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we are not able to see that slide. So we try to move to the further slide. So the next question is, so we have seen some certain things that are related to communication skills. Now we try to see how to improve our communication skills. How can we improve our communication? Ma'am, please, can you go a little bit 2 slides back?
Sir, slides are visible or not, sir?
Yeah, they are visible. They are very much visible, but just you have to move 2 slides backward, madam.
Back, sir?
Yeah, back.
Is it, sir?
No, ma'am, no. How to
remember,
improve? How to improve? How to improve, madam? How to improve?
Is that it, sir? How to improve?
No. It is, we can see presentation skills now. Yeah, next slide, ma'am. Next one. Next slide.
How to improve?
Yes, ma'am. How to improve? So please remember certain things. How can we improve our communication skills? Confidence has a very vital role in improving our communication skill. As the Vice Principal of DAV College in the beginning of the presentation expressed that confidence is very much important. But confidence is not such a thing you can acquire it in 10 minutes before or 5 minutes before the presentation. It is a continuous process. We have to practice. We have to develop our confidence level in our personality. We have to incorporate confidence in our traits, in our personality. Then it reflects everywhere. As we can improve our muscles, in the same way we can improve the levels of confidence also. So confidence has a very important role in improving communication levels. And the next important thing is the language, especially when we are trying to communicate another language other than our mother tongue. We face a little bit difficulty in expressing it. So especially when we try to communicate in English. So we have, there is no other way but to improve the language, the pronunciation. That make us confident using the language. And non-verbal communication is also important one, our body language. Non-verbal means the body language, how we express the ideas. And voice modules, especially teachers when they are teaching the classrooms, voice module play a vital role in communication. And the next slide is read and write more. This is very important one. Actually, when we see this component, reading and writing, it appears to us that there is no direct connection between reading and communication. There is no direct connection between writing and communication, but it has a very important key role in communication. If we read more, our exposure will be more. If we write, our expression will be rectified. So these two things improve the way of communication. And the next one is many a time when we are in tense and when we are presenting something, unknowingly we speak fast. That also create problems with the audience, with the listeners. So we, in a leisure way, in a slow way, we have to present our presentations. And one important thing, try to have interaction, communication with qualitative people, with educated people, so that while speaking with them, we can improve our communicative skills also. And remember one important thing, when we are speaking, try to use simple vocabulary, but it is contrary to writing. When you are writing, try to show your expertise, your ability of language. But when you are speaking, try to use simple vocabulary, because there is a lot of difference between oral communication and written communication. In written communication, especially in academic writings, in research papers writings, people expect expertise from you. Then don't use simple language, simple vocabulary. Then you have to use your abilities. But whereas when you are speaking, try to use a simple vocabulary. And the next one, when you try to improve your communication skills, remember these 7 C's that are just now displayed on the screen. Clarity should be there in our speaking. Correctness, because people immediately judge whether the correctness is there or not. So correctness, reliability is very important. Completeness, whatever you speak, sometimes we observe that some people stop in between, in middle, abruptly. So please complete the sentences, your ideas. And concreteness, the base should be there. Conciseness means, as Shakespeare said, brevity is very important. Concise, whatever you speak, don't drag on it. Don't use more and more words for a simple concept. Conciseness, shortness is very important. Coherence means the linking between the speaking, the link between the sentences, the link between the paragraphs when we are writing. Coherence is also very important. And courtesy, politeness should reflect in your speaking or writing, then it will be accepted by many people. So in this way, if you remember these 7 C's, it will improve your communication skills. When we listen, it seems very, all the things are known to us and all the things are very simple. But when we make them part of our practice, then we are able to improve our communication skills. And by presenting some slides on presentation skills quickly, I try to conclude my presentation. Ma'am, can you move to the next slide? I think the role of silence.
Yes.
Sometimes it's also a very great role in communication. a common man, how common man is affected by the regular raise in the prices of fuel is shown in this slide. And the next slide is about the presentation skills. Actually, I would like to take a couple of minutes on these things because presentation skills are very much involved in the life of students. Some students are very much good at their academics and their marks, their grades. But when coming to presentation, they feel a lot of difficulty. Sometimes they are not even able to communicate for a few minutes on the stage. So there are a lot of problems are with presentation skills. Presentation is nothing but it's a structured one, a prepared one, and it is addressed to certain number of students and to communicate with them. So there when we are presenting something, we will be only one person and there will be many people. So everybody is observing us. So this kind of feeling make us nervous. So how to overcome presentation fears, how to present our presentations, give our seminars well will be helpful by seeing these things. Ma'am, next slide.
Yes, sir.
There are certain purposes for presentation skills. For example, why we try to present, we try to inform something, we try to tell people something, we try to motivate people, we try to give some information to people. Sometimes we try to provide, sometimes we try to show our ability to people. So in these occasions, in these situations, we try to give presentations. Always we try to feel comfortable when we sit in among the audience. But when we are given an opportunity to present something, we feel difficulty. So to overcome these things, we have to remember to have these elements which are shown in your screen on your screen, so that they can improve your presentation skills. In each presentation, try to have an introduction. The introduction should be interesting. You can begin your introduction with a question or with a fact, with a historical reference. Introduction should be interesting. Then only people will they will have concentration in your presentations. After that, that follows the main presentation. So whatever you want to explain, whatever you want to present, you can incorporate in main presentations. And also very important to have illustrations. Just going on explaining will bore the people, the listeners. So try to give examples wherever you feel necessary, wherever it is needed. And audience participation is also important. Otherwise, it will become one-way type of communication and the audience will become passive. So try to involve them also whenever it is needed. And after the end of the presentation, try to have a meaningful, a logical conclusion, because the presentation should close by a conclusion. Without giving a conclusion, that presentation should be imperfect. So to make your presentation perfect, to have a logical conclusion. So I hope these steps will help you next time when you want to present something. And next, the structure of the presentation. The structure, it should be logical. Whenever we are presenting means we are going to the stage and we are delivering something, we are saying something, we are presenting slides. It is not acceptable, and it is not accepted by the audience. So it should be logical. There should be a logic, and it should be well organized. Try to have a good organized presentation to be prepared, and creative. Routine type of presentations also make people bored because they will know the things already. So they try to be creative, try to create new things, inspire people whenever it is possible. Try to inspire people to motivate towards your presentation. And the last element of presentation is humor, because whenever humor comes, we will try to involve in that process. So humor also has a great role to make people attracted towards presentation. So whenever necessary, wherever necessary, try to incorporate humor in your presentations. So in your student seminars, in your presentations, These things will help you in your presentations. Ma'am, can you move to the next slide? Yeah, for example, if you are presenting something on higher studies, if you show a photograph like the first one, people will be immediately attracted to that photograph. And if you want to talk about a generation gap, if you show this kind of pictures, people will immediately smile and they will be involved in that presentations. So try to give some scope, some area to humor in every presentation. That will make your presentation a good presentation. And I try to conclude my presentation today by giving a suggestion, not by me, but this great man. So try to read, see his suggestion and try to follow it. Because this person, though he was a great warrior fighter, he liked those people who practices one kick 1,000 times a day. So all these things theoretically okay, all known things, and we are acceptable things. But until and unless we incorporate these things into our practice, we cannot achieve our goals. So in these days, in the scenario of globalization and world economy, these skills are expected from the students, the aspirants. So I suggest all the students to see towards these new things, to improve the skills and to become fit in the world, in the most competitive world. So I think I can thank all the participants for their patience listening, but I think I can, if any questions are there, I try to take them, otherwise we can close the program.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. It was really a very interesting presentation. I thank Md.Jaleel sir, Tara Degree Government Degree College, for gracing the webinar and sharing his valuable insight on the communication skill. Thank you, sir, for highlighting the impact of verbal as well as non-verbal communication, the communication which is innate, natural, and has significance in shaping our personality. Sir, you very nicely and in a very simple way, very patiently describe the all important aspect of communication and how we can improve our communication so that we can excel in our field and how we can make our writing creative. So it was really very informative for all of us as well as our students, so they can achieve something greater goals in their life. I once again, on the behalf of DAV College, thank you, sir, for a very nice presentation. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Garima madam. Am I audible? Yes, ma'am. Now I invite to our dynamic principal, Dr. Chandra Mukharji madam, Principal Government Degree College, Zaheerabad, to address the webinar. Please, Madam Chandra Mukherjee.
Yeah, first of all, a very good afternoon to all of you, the viewers from Haryana, DAV College, which includes the Vice Principal, sir, and the Nodal Officer, Garima Madam, all the staff and students of Haryana, and GDC Zaheerabad would also take pleasure to thank all the participants from Telangana State as well. This was really a very fruitful webinar. It is because communication skills are very, very important. So I was just thinking after listening to our speaker and resource person, Md.Jaleel sir, whether I would make a non-verbal communication or a verbal communication, because silence also speaks many things, because the way sir has presented, it is spellbound. So I was just listening, and all the inputs which you said, every point of it is very, very important for all of us, sir.
Thank you,
And
madam.
thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. I was associated with Jaleel sir previously also, but I had seen him as a very good administrator, as he was the additional controller of examinations during my tenure in that college, and he would do everything very systematically for a student, for students with strength of more than 3,000. Nowhere any slightest blunder would take place under the uh, very able guidance of MD Jaleel sir. But today I was awestruck. I mean, I was really spellbound that Jaleel sir,
Thank you, madam.
yeah, your presentation was really, really wonderful. And may I request you to pass on your presentation to Ayesha madam, so that sometimes all of us can look at it whenever we feel like, giving a webinar, or whenever we feel like doing some webinars. I think this will be very helpful, sir. Thank you very much for sparing your time and teaching us so well with your communication skills. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
I
madam.
wish to have your lectures even more, sir, in near future. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Can I continue this, madam, for vote of thanks and
Can you
Yeah,
share
yeah,
the screen?
participants?
yeah, definitely.
Yes, yes. Any
Let
queries from
if the
participants?
yes, any participants, if they have any questions, they
Yes,
are
sir.
ready to.
Can you please share this PDF, ma'am?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that this video is very fruitful. I would request Jaleel sir to,
Ma'am.
if you don't mind, sir, if you can share this video, or if you can share this presentation, this would be very helpful for many of us. I could hear some person who's also asking for your video. I don't
Yes,
know
yes,
who
madam.
they are.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we are recording, madam. It's a recording mode. After recording, I will share this.
We'll put on in YouTube, ma'am. In our college YouTube.
It is upload.
Yes, with permission of Jaleel sir, of course.
Okay, okay.
Only
Sure, madam. It's my pleasure. If you make it access to
okay.
some more students, it will be my pleasure, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any queries from participants? If you have any query, then you can unmute yourself and ask the question, please.
Else the video will be placed on YouTube. Anybody who would like to look at it again and again,
Yes, yes.
it will be accessible for all of them. It will be in GDC Zaheerabad
Yeah,
YouTube channel.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, Bhavani, madam.
Yeah, ma'am.
Please continue.
Shall I continue?
Yeah.
Good evening, one and all. I am SD Bhavani, Assistant Professor of Chemistry. On behalf of organizing team of Bharat Shresht Bharat, I feel pleasure to propose the vote of thanks for today's webinar. First of all, I would like to convey my gratitude to the Department of Higher Education, EBSB Cell, Government of India for providing us a platform to exchange the culture between the different states of our country. Then I would like to convey my special thanks to Professor Rajesh Sharma ji, Principal of DAV College, Ambala City, Haryana, and also Principal Dr. Chandra Mukharji, Principal of Government Degree College, Zaheerabad, Telangana, for their moral support, guidance for conducting EBSB events or webinars. Next, I would like to convey my special thanks to keynote speaker Professor Jaleel sir, Head of the Department, Department of English, DAV College, Ambala. And next, I would like to convey my special and sincere thanks to our resource person, Md.Jaleel sir, Assistant Professor of English, Tara Government Degree College, Sangareddy, Telangana State. Really, sir, it is an excellent presentation. So one should have the first self-confidence on his or him. So the 7 C's I liked more: clarity, correctness, completeness, concreteness, conciseness, coherence, and courtesy for improving the communication. Thank you very much, sir. Really, it is enlightened me a lot. It will help me also a lot, sir, regarding the communication skills as well as the presentation skills. Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would like to convey my special thanks to Professor Rajiv Mahajan, sir, RUSA Nodal Officer, DAV College, Ambala City, Haryana. Next, I would like to convey my heartfelt thanks to both the EBSB Coordinator, Dr. Ayesha Madam, Assistant Professor of Urdu, Government Degree College, Zaheerabad, and Dr. Garima Ma'am, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, DAV College, Ambala City, Haryana. Thank you so much, ma'am, for organizing various events under this EBSB programs, and thank you once again for both the coordinators. Next, I would like to thank all the students, teachers, non-teaching staff for showing enthusiasm to participate in this webinar. Thank you so much, sir, once again to all, and special thanks to Jaleel, sir, once again.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. I sincerely thank Chandra Mukharji ma'am, because I know her ability to organize such programs, and under her leadership, I thank all the staff members, Vice Principal sir, my old colleague, old friend Ashok sir, and everyone, Asha madam, Bhavani madam, and every one of the staff members of Zaheerabad. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and Garima ma'am and all the faculty members of DAV College Ambala also. I express my sincere gratitude to them. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, all participants. And now I am ending the meeting. It ends now.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.